Ferrari is set to give Formula One fans their first taste of the new Shield cockpit protection device that could be seen on the cars as early as 2018. The Shield is a step forward on Red Bull's aeroscreen device, ensuring large debris can be deflected and that the driver isn't hidden from sight. Visibility in all conditions is an unknown, though. F1's governing body, the FIA, will test the Shield at the Italian GP in September, but also opted for a quick initial assessment at Silverstone. The drivers, though, remain divided on its introduction.
I think it's wrong for Formula One. I think it's against the DNA of Formula One. It creates some more issues, extraction from the car, visibility going in the car, working from mechanics. And I just don't think it's great.
Carlos Sainz has admitted it's unlikely that he'll remain at Toro Rosso next year, despite Red Bull Racing team principal Christian Horner strongly denying he'll be anywhere else. Sainz, who's in his third year in F1, turned down an offer to drive for Renault this year, with the highly rated Spaniard targeting a top team drive at Red Bull or at Mercedes or Ferrari. "I'm going to keep pushing for this," Sainz said. "If that doesn't happen, a fourth year in Toro Rosso is unlikely, and I'm not going to close the door to any opportunity." But in Austria, Christian Horner slammed his comments, confirming the brand has exercised its option on him, labeling Sainz's comments as disingenuous, and that without Red Bull, he wouldn't be racing in F1. The 22-year-old, though, knows he just needs to keep delivering results to get the top team shot Verstappen beat him to at Red Bull last year.
Keep doing the same job, improve some areas that I still need to keep improving, and I'm convinced the results will come and eventually new opportunities.
Ferrari's chief engine designer, Lorenzo Sasi, has allegedly parted ways with the Scuderia, despite the strength of its power unit enabling F1 championship leader Sebastian Vettel to fight for the victory in Austria. The reason for the alleged split is yet to be revealed, with Ferrari's power unit on par with Mercedes. But Italian newspaper Il Giornale has reported it's at the behest of President Sergio Marchionne. The Italian-Canadian is notably hands-on with the team that he controls. But with Ferrari's former power unit chief Mattia Binotto now storming as technical director, it was expected stability would reign.
I think Mattia has worked diligently in putting a team together that can finally break this unfortunate sequencing of non-wins over the last few years.
The news comes with Ferrari set to introduce an engine upgrade for the British Grand Prix, and Vettel now 20 points ahead of his main rival Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton in the standings. Former Enstone driver Robert Kubica is preparing for his full F1 comeback after 6 years out of the sport, following news he will have a second test with Renault, this time to assess his potential. The Polish racer, who suited up for a test in a 2012 Lotus E20 last month, completed 115 laps of the Valencia circuit, but he will shortly head to Paul Ricard for another session with the team. Kubica is said to have lost none of his speed, despite limited mobility in his right arm, forcing him to use his left hand for gear changes. He is also positive about the possibility of a return next year. "I'm very realistic, and I'm keeping my feet on the ground. I'd put it at 80 or 90%, said Kubica. The 32-year-old is one of F1's great lost talents, following his crash at the 2011 Ronde d'Andorra rally in Italy that nearly cost him his life. The Pole is highly rated by those in the F1 paddock, including McLaren's two-time world champion Fernando Alonso. In the years since his crash, Kubica has tested his limitations in various racing cars. Given his right forearm was partially severed, including GP3, Sports Car LMP1, Formula E and Rally.
We are here in different car. Last time I have been here participating in the event was F1 Grand Prix. This time it's a Monza Rally Show.
The next step will be a test in a current spec F1 car, which will challenge the dexterity of his right arm. TheInsideLine.com for everything Formula One.